Okay, well, let's get started on our burlap ruffle wreath. And there's a few things you're going to need to get started. And first off is burlap, of course. And this is the burlap I like to use. I get mine at Hobby Lobby. And it's a 5.5-inch roll, and it is not wired. And comes in a variety of colors. Now, this one tip, Hobby Lobby has this in with their general ribbon and mesh and that kind of thing in our store. During the seasonal time, like fall, Christmas time, and that you can sometimes go back in the Christmas or such. If it's not on sale in the regular ribbon roll aisle, you can find this on sale whenever they put their Christmas items on sale. So you just need to check it. They'll put like Christmas burlap roll or something like that, but it's the exact same thing, only packaged a little bit differently. So sometimes you can get it at a better price. So you want to check both places. I know they have it at fall, and I know they have it at Christmas time, but I just thought you might like that little extra tidbit. So, but depending on how full I make the wreath, usually I will use between 3 and 4 rolls of this. Okay, and it's $6.99 for a roll. Okay, all right. So then we're going to need a wreath frame, and this is a metal wreath frame, and it's 14 inches, and you can get these anywhere. Hobby Lobby, Walmart has them, even Dollar Tree has them, and they're pretty good quality. And actually, I think this one's a Dollar Tree one. It is. And now, one thing I do like to do, though, before I even get started, I like to kind of test these rungs on this. Not too hard, because you can break the weld, but I just want to make sure that all of them are secure. Okay? Just go around there, make sure there's nothing that's broken. Okay? Actually, this one feels like it is a little bit. Oh, this one is broken. Okay, so I need to get another one, but right there, that one's broken. Now, there's ways to fix this, but, you know, for $1, let's replace it. Okay? Hang on. Okay. I always buy these in multiples. This is not a design I make a lot, but you know, they're pretty inexpensive, but this one feels good and firm. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to cut off the price tag. Okay. All right, now another thing you're going to need pipe cleaners, and I like to use the burlap or the beige colored. And usually what I do, I just grab a handful of them, and then I fold them in half. And then I take my wire cutters and I trim them. I just cut them right in half, right, just like that. Okay? All right, and I've already gone ahead and made the bow. This is actually a special order, and you know, the customer wanted a certain way, matching sets, and so I went ahead and I made the bow ahead of time. So, you know, a lot of people don't put a bow on them, so it's just whatever your taste is. Okay? All right, now I'm going to drop you down so that you can see everything I'm doing. Take you on a little ride here. Okay. Okay. All right, and now here's another thing I like to do. I have my easy bow maker. I didn't use that for the bow, but I like to stick my burlap on the spool here, and it just keeps it from rolling around, and it's just handy to use. Okay, so I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to get one of these rolls of burlap open. All right, and then I just stick it right straight down here. It has a hole here in the center. Okay, so I just stick that right on there. I must not be hitting it right. Let's try it again. Well, that's good enough. It's going to hold it out of my way. Okay? All right, now we're going to have 2 rolls of the ruffles, and I like to do the outer ring, or I like to do the inner ring first, and it's just easier to me that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take going to take this, I'm going to bring it to the inside of my ring, and I'm just going to fold this in half and go back, this is probably about 3 inches or so, about like that, okay? And I'm going to take this, you got the bracket that's going sideways here that holds all the rings together. I'm going to take this, I'm going to kind of straddle this with that front part, or that very first part of the burlap, okay? And I'm just going to take that and smash that up there like this, okay? So I'm straddling it. In between, you've got the bracket in between, okay? All right, now I'm going to take, actually let me zoom in here. I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and I'm going to go diagonally across this bracket. All right, I'm going to go underneath of the burlap, just like that. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going diagonally across that juncture right there. Okay, and that's what's going to keep my burlap holding tight. Okay. All right, so then I'm just going to tighten my pipe cleaner down. And I go up about a half inch or so. And then I curl it underneath, just so it's not going to poke anybody. It's not going to poke my customer or myself, for that matter, okay? All right, now, again, we're going to go all the way around here. We're going to be straddling this bracket right here, not the inside one. We're going to be doing the second ring, the second one from the inside, okay? And I'm going to take these, I'm going to pull them up together. Okay, they're the same height. All right, and usually what I do, I just start pulling it. And I hold my hand in the same place here so that my ruffles are relatively uniformly shaped, okay? So I just do it like this, okay? I just keep repeating that motion. And I'm kind of resting my hand on that bracket. So there, it's going to be about the same width every single time, okay? And it does not have to be perfect, guys. But, have fun with this. All right, and I just fill that up. And I like mine pretty full. So I'm gonna keep on doing this until it gets pretty full in there. Okay, until I can't fit any more burlap in there. Maybe one more. Okay? All right, so there we've got our first row of ruffles. Okay? All right, now we're going to have to jump across this bracket again, right? So what I do at this point, I take another pipe cleaner, and again, I'm going to straddle that bracket. I'll bring it up. Tighten it down. All right, we'll trim it off. And fold it under. Okay? And we're just going to repeat the process. Okay? We're straddling that second ring. Okay? And again, I'm just picking it up, pushing it over, picking it up, pushing it over. See how I'm sticking my finger in between these two? Just like that. Oh, my had a stray string on the spool. I was getting all tangled up. Let me get it out of the way. Okay. Now sometimes you might get caught on, there's a little rough edge down here. Be sure not to force it. Go ahead and undo that tangle, because otherwise you're going to get a run in your burlap. And once those start, you can't get them stopped. Okay, all right, now we're to the second one. And just keep repeating the process. Fold that under. All right, here we go again. Okay, I think that's enough on that one. Now I'm just going to do the same thing. Okay, now you can do one of two things now. We've ran out of our roll, so I'm going to have to make a transition here. If you wanted to, you could cut this off, but what I like to do, we'll open up this other roll of ribbon here. What I like to do, let's go ahead and finish out this just like we would before here. Let's see, tuck that all underneath of here, okay? All right. What I like to do, I like to go ahead and tuck this in here. We'll go ahead and straddle this again, okay? And I'm going to overlap these, okay? You zoom in here. All right, so I've got, this is the burlap I was working on. This is the new roll on each edge, right? Okay, so what I do, again, I get another pipe cleaner, okay? And I stick that right through this burlap. All right, I take it underneath, and then I just twist it to where it's not going to be as obvious a junction there, okay? Just twist it, just like we did before. All right, tuck that up. All right, and then we just continue just like we had a continuous roll, okay? All right, we just start out, or go back just like we left off. All right, one more. There we go. All right, turn that off. Okay. Okay. All right, now we're going to jump to the back, to the outside roll. Okay, now we're going to go here. We're going to straddle that. I'm going to do the same thing with my pipe cleaner, Put it right here. Okay. All right. Now we're going to start the same way. We're going to straddle this outside ring. Or not the outside, the third ring, not the outside, this one. Okay? All right, we're going to be doing the same process. Okay. All right, now we're at the end of the roll again. We're going to do the same process as we did to join the new roll as we did on the inside. Okay? Okay, we find that other, and we're going to overlap. We're going to overlap this with the previous burlap. Okay? It's a little tougher on this outside ring, or the outside roll of burlap, because you're struggling with the inside, especially, you know, the more full you get it, the more packed in there that is, obviously. Okay, all right, I'm going to get my pipe cleaner. I'm going to go right straight through this burlap. Sometimes you just got to work with it. Again, I'm going to tighten it down. Okay. All right. Now we just pick up where we left off. All right, that's already in there pretty tight, so I didn't realize we were so close to a bracket. We could have just done all, you know, this, tied this off at the same time we connected it to the other roll. All right, tighten that down. So I just came across a bracket, okay, right here. Just came across a bracket. All All right, then we just keep on going. Now, one thing, if you have, you're working with the burlap and you can got any lung problems, anything like that, you may want to think about wearing a mask. And if I had dark clothes on, I'd certainly have an apron on, because all these fibers from the burlap, they get in the air, we breathe them in, they get on your clothes, they get all over your table. There's just no way around it. For that matter, even if you don't have any problems with your lungs, you might think about doing it. Wearing a mask, that is. Okay, all right, we're into another roll. Right. And again, here at the end, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to straddle the previous row where we're overlapping. Okay? So here's my bracket. Here's my bracket right here. And I've jumped across and I'm straddling it. Okay? And then I'm going to put this pipe cleaner through the burlap and straddle that bracket diagonally. And again, I tuck that under, fold it under, okay? Now, the next thing I do, I just come through here and I just fluff my ruffles. They can they're kind of tight in here, and so we'll just separate the rows. And if you've got it full enough, you shouldn't be able to see the frame, okay? But I just separate it just to make it nice and full. Like I said, I like them full. Go all the way around both rings. Now come in here to the inside and do the same thing. Okay, all right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, I see a little string down here. Of course, I would trim that off, but you got to be careful trimming that you don't unravel it. I just trim it right to that corner. I leave just a little bit on there, but okay. All right, now, like I said, this customer wants a bow, so I've gone ahead, I've made the bow, and I'm going to place it. Generally I look at the wreath, but I already know that I've got these raw edges over here where I had to trim off where we ended the roll. So that's where I'm going to place my bow, okay? And I'm just going to stick the pipe cleaner right straight through. And I'm going to go to the inside ring, right, and I'm sticking it through the burlap. Okay, turn it around. Okay. I'll just twist that around there a few times. All right, tuck that underneath into the burlap. Fluff my bow. Okay, all right, now I'm going to dovetail my ends, and to dovetail, I'm just taking the two wired edges, okay, the two wired edges, I'm going to fold them, fold the ribbon right in half. This is the wired edge, this is the folded edge. Then I'm just going to cut at an angle, and it makes a V. Okay, I'm going to do that on the others as well. And I don't try to get them all the same length. I like to have them a little bit staggered. Okay, all right, and that is how you make a burlap ruffle wreath. Okay. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. or if you liked what you saw here and want to learn some other tricks and tips and watch different projects be made, be sure you like and follow me, and that way you'll be notified whenever I go live. All right, and thank you so much for your time. I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.